Hello everyone, welcome back from spring break. I know it has been a long break. So just to refresh, this is what we did before. The video is already posted on YouTube. I don't know what happened that when I checked today, it didn't post 2 weeks ago, but I just fixed it, so everything's fine. And today we're going to continue with our topic. So factoring before, probably continue factoring. So let's look at this. So here, factor completely. Okay, we have the different options. Now you remember that to factor, we needed the equation completely, you know? Basically, what we're doing is saying, in this case, like x2 minus 5, xy minus 14y square equal to 0 or equal to nothing. Like you can see, like equal to nothing, which is the same as 0. That's how we factor. And in the case we have right here, we need to, the first step is make it 0. So I can add 2x squared to both sides. So this can cancel. And then I could have, So 2x squared plus 9x minus 35. Now let's factor this. Remember we need to take the two numbers here. So two numbers that multiply give me 2x squared could be 2x and then x. So 2x times x is 2x squared. Now multiply 35. We need a positive and a negative because we have a negative here. So plus times minus is like positive and negative, negative. So we need a positive and negative. Let's think. It could be 7 and 5, but it wouldn't give me 9. Oh wait, we do have this. So 7 and 5. 7 and 5. Now, which of the two is negative? Since this is positive, I'm gonna put the negative to the 5 because 5 is less than 7. But it doesn't have to be like that. So let me check something. So let's check if this is right. Remember, you can start doing like different combinations that you get the right one. So here, cross multiply. Cross like yep. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Then 7 times 2x, 7 times 2, 14. So 14x, which is going to be positive. And then 14x minus 5x is 9x, which is the same. So we are fine. Now our answer is straight to right. So it will be equal to x minus 5. So 2x minus 5 times x plus 7. X plus 7. Since the 7 is positive, we have positive sign. So it is 2x minus 5 and x plus 7, which is A. You can see it is correct. Now, what is the factor form of this? Now, I explained this last class. This is fine, I'm mistaken. I should have. I think I did for an exercise and I said that it was not important. That I actually learned that in Algebra 2, but I see here that you guys are doing in Algebra 1, so I think that's a great way to solve our exercise and really easy way. So basically when we have, one minus the other right here, we can say that this is going to be equal. For example, I have a minus b, like this, like a is a to the 8 square minus b square. This is the base one. This is going to be equal to a minus b times a plus b. which is the same as saying a square root of a squared minus b times s minus the square root of b squared times square root of I squared plus square root b squared, which is now you're going to see why I did it like that. It's just that the square root of a squared is a, and then this just cancels out as well, and cancels out completely. So that's the reason we generally just said this. But now I'm going to explain why I did that first. Now in this case, I'm gonna do it like this. So I have the square root of the first, which is 25, 8 to 4, minus, let me do it, oops, wait, I'm gonna do it here. 25a 4 square root minus square root of 36 c16 times, again I did it too high. I'm sorry about this. I think the break was too long for everyone. So here 25a 4 minus square root of 36 c16 times the same, but now adding them together, plus square root of 36 c16. Now, square root of 25 is 5. Now, square root of 8 to 2 is just 4 divided by 8 to 4, now 4 divided by 2 is 2, so 2 minus the square root of 36, 6, and 16 divided by 2a, so c to the 8, and here is the same, so 5, 8, 2, now plus 6, c to the 8. And this right here is our answer, 8268, which is this one. Yep. Now let's see here, a square has an area, this is the area. What is the square perimeter? Enter your answer in the box. So we need to find the zeros. We could do it from multiple ways, but since we are factoring, we're going to find the zeros here. So we have 4x squared minus 20x plus 25. Now, how do we factor this? I'm thinking, two numbers multiply 4x squared, it could be 2x and 2x. I don't know if this is the answer, but we're gonna try. And here it could be, since here is a negative, these both need to be negative, and 5 and 5 25, so -5 and -5. Because -5 times -5 is positive 25. Now let me cross multiply, so it will be negative 5 times 2 is -10, so -10x, -10x again, which is -10 plus -10 is -20x, which is the same. So we are fine, and therefore our answer is 2x minus 5 and 2x minus 5. Okay, I'm sorry for the cut. I actually got confused for 1 second and was thinking in the calculus way. So let me go back. Okay, we did this. This is right. And we got, oops, I don't know why it went up. Here. And we got this. Now, you see this is the same, so we could write it as 2x minus 5 squared. because we are multiplying the same thing over like twice. So it's the same as 2x minus 5 squared. Now, as you know, the formula for the area of a square is a square. So we can say that if we have that the area, this was the area, is 2x minus 5 squared equal a square. I'm gonna put p, like, no, I'm gonna put s, just because it's something that you'll see later, and we can take the square root on both sides to delete the square, so you can say that 2x minus 5 equal s, which s for me is the side. Now, why? Because for knowing the area of a square, you need to multiply the sides. So it will be, for example, this is a square, this 5, this 5, If we want to know the area, we say 5 times 5, which is 25 in this case. Or we can say this is square, this s, 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 s. We say times s, which is going to be s squared. Now, if we want to know the perimeter, we say s plus s plus s plus s, because we need to add all the sides. Now, since they are the same, because they are the side of a square, they all have the same measure. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, so this equals 4. And that's what we're gonna do. This is going to be equal to the perimeter, which is what they are asking for. So the perimeter is equal for s. We are going to substitute s. We have that s equal to x minus 5. And if we multiply, 4 times 2, 8, so 8x, 4 times 5, 20, and positive and negative is negative, so 8x minus 20, which is what we have here. Now, what are the factors of x squared minus 7 minus 30? X squared minus 7, x minus 30. We have x, x, and then here we have a negative, and here a negative. Here we have a negative, so our answer needs to be a positive and negative. And we can say two numbers that we multiply together, we get 30 is 10 and 3, for example. So if we cross multiply, we have 3x, and then x times 10, this is positive 3x, and then negative 10x, and this is going to be negative 7x. So we are fine. And our answer is x minus 10 times x plus 3. So x minus 10 and x plus 3. And that should be the answer, yeah. Now let's see 47. What are the factors of? Okay, here. As I mentioned before, we need to make it equal 0. So we can say minus 16x in both sides. So this can cancel out here. And then I have x5 equal minus 16x equals 0. Now we can factor. Now first, we can take an x out. So I can say x times x to the 5 divided by x is the same as taking 1x from here, from the power. So we can say x to the 4, and then 16x, we just take out the x, so minus 16. Now we can continue. You remember what I said here? We're going to do the same. So we're going to say this is going to be equal x. We leave the x behind, like outside, times a square root of the first one minus square root of the second one times a square root of the first one plus a square root of the second one. So here we keep the x, and now square root of x to the 4 is the same as 4 divided by 2, which is 2, so x to 2. The square root of 16 is 4, and then it is x squared plus 4. And this is our final answer. So what are the factors? The factors are going to be x squared plus 4. Oh, now here we have the minus again. You see? So I can do this again. We have x. Now this will be square root of x squared minus the square root of the 4 times the square root of x squared plus the square root of the 4. And then we keep them plus, because with the plus we can do anything. We can do nothing. So here we just solve for this. So x, the square root of x is 2 is just 2 divided by 2, which is 1. So x, the square root of 4 is 2, and then x plus 2. And then here we keep the x squared plus 4. And now it says select all that apply. So I'm not sure here and here. If we do select this, because this one time applied, let me check. Yeah, you see here we had this here at one time, so we do select it, and we do have this one right here, so we do select it as well. The only one we never had was f, so that's basically it, just for you to know. Now 47, let me see something. Okay, we need to hurry because we want to finish this today. So what are the factors of this? Again, the same, x times x is x squared, 40, and let's see, 20 and 2. If we say we cross multiply, it is 2x plus 20x, which is gonna be 22x, so we are fine, and then our answer will be x plus 20 and x plus 2. So x plus 20 and x plus 2. Now here, which is the expression is equivalent, so we actually need to simplify. So I'm going to first write it like this. So 64m4 minus 16m squared. Okay. So here we can take the m squared out. So it could be 64 m4. We took 2 of the 4, so it will be m2. Minus we took all that, so 16. Is this is a select yeah, select all that applies, so 64 m2 is not one of the options, so let's keep going. We can actually divide by 16, and if we divide 64 by, like, we can take the 16 out, 16 m2. 64 divided by 18 is 4, so 4m squared minus 16 divided by 16 is 1. Is it one of the options? Yep. Now, there's one more thing. This is a minus. We have an exponent here. So we can say 16m squared times the square root of the first one, which is going to be the square root of 4, which is 2. The square root of m squared is just m minus square root of 1, 1. And then the same, like 2m, but now plus 1, which is this one, e. And also, if we do in another order, Like here, instead of taking first the m squared, I take out first the 16. Say 16 m 4, like oops. 64 divided by 16 is 4, so 4m 4 minus 16 divided by 16, 16 divided by 16 is just 1, so minus m squared, which is this option right here, and it's also valid. So it should be, yep. Now, which of the following expression is equivalent? Let's see. The numbers here will be 3k and k. So 3k times k is 3k squared. Now here, we do have a negative number here, so we're looking for two negative number. Now, for a, it could be no, no. It's going to look for, oh, okay, I forgot that we have the 3 here. So let's say 6 and 4. 4 and 6 in this order, yeah, I would we cross multiply. So 6 times 3 is 18. Now it's going to give me 22. So 12 and 4. Yes, 12 and 4, it does work. So 3 times 4 is 12. We have a negative, so negative 12k. Then again, negative 12k and negative minus 12k minus 12, which is minus 24k. And then our answer is straight line. So our answer will be equal 3k minus 12 times k minus 4. Now we can keep multiplying. If you see here, we could divide both numbers by 3. So let's check that. We can say 3. Then 3k divided by 3 is just k. And then 12 divided by k by 3 is 4. So minus 4. And then k minus 4. Set all that apply. So here we have 3. Okay, here again, this is the same, so I could just say 3k minus 4 squared, which is this option right here. Then 12, no, it's 3. And 3k minus 12, k minus 4, no. 3k minus, okay, here 3k minus 12, k minus 4, this was our first option. Then this one doesn't make sense, and I think that's it. Yep. Now dividing, this is a tricky one. I wanted to finish today, but I don't think I can get to all that. But let's see. Find the quotient. Okay, quotient is just the answer of the division. So I'm just gonna do the division. I have 4x 12 minus ax 16, and I'm going to divide that by 4x 5 x 8. Now, when I'm dividing, I just think what number or expression do I multiply for x 8? That is going to give me the first number. I'm first looking at the first number. So we do have the 4, so we do not need another number. We just need the variable. Now, if I say x to the 4, times x to the 8, it will be x to the 4 plus 8. And 4 plus 8 is 12, so it will be x to 12. So that's what we're looking for. So here we have for x to 12. Now, we always add a negative sign here. So this becomes 0, and then we have negative a x 16. Now, this is negative, this is positive, so we need a negative sign here, so we can get the negative. Now, what number do I multiply to 4 that gives me 8? So it will be basically saying 8 divided by 4, which is 2. And then, if I say, when I divide in variables, like x to the 16 over x to the 8 is the same as saying x to the 16 minus 8, which is going to be x to the 8 as well. So it will be 2x to the 8. Now, since the answer, I will say 2, negative 2x to the 8 times 4x to the 8 will be the answer. They will be negative 8 to the 16. But as I say, we always had a negative sign here when we translate the answer here. And minus times minus is positive, so here we are. And then this also will be 0. And our answer is this, which is this, right? Yep. Now let's see the equation here. We do the same. We have, which is d5 minus 4 d3 plus 6d. Then I divide by 2d. Now what number do I multiply? 2d that give me d5. First, I know that what I'm saying basically here is d5 divided by d, by 2d. So it's 1 divided by 2, which is 0.5, 1 divided by 2, and then d divided by d. Remember, we just take, we just say d, the exponent at the top minus the exponent at the bottom, which in the case 1. So it will be d4. So here we have 0.5 times 2 is 1, d4 times d is d5. And I always add a negative sign up front, so minus, so d is going to be 0. Then here we have minus 4d3. A number that multiply 2 that I get minus 4, or basically minus 4 divided by 2 is 2, is minus 2. Then d3 divided by d is d2. And then, so this is going to be negative, but as I said, we always add a negative at the front, so negative is positive, so this also be 0. And then we have here 6d. 6d divided by 2d, 6 divided by 2 is 3. This positive 3, so we put it here. Then d divided by d is just 1, so it doesn't apply, and we leave the 3 alone. And then here, we say 3 times 2d is 6d, and we always put a negative sign at the front, so this is 0. And these right here are our answers. Now the answer is 0.5 d4, which is the same as d. Now, let's look at this example, the equation. So it's just keep solving. So k6 minus 4k4 plus 3k squared. And then we divide that by 5k2. Now 1 divided by 5 is 1 over 5. K6 divided by k is k4. So when we multiply this, we get k6, and we always add negative sign at the front, so 0. Now you have negative 4k4. Now negative 4 divided by 5 is negative 4 over 5. And then k4 divided by k2 is k2. So here we multiply, and we have a negative 4k4. Once again, we add a negative here, so this becomes positive, and this also 0. Then we have a 3k squared here. Let's say 3 divided by 5 is 3 over 5, positive, so 3 over 5. And then k2 divided by k2 is just 1, so we leave the k over 5 like that. And this equals 3k2, we add a negative sign, and this is 0. So it is k4 for k2 and 3 over 5, all of them over 5. So that's our answer. Now let's see 54, which is fraction is the result of dividing this by that. So it's just repeating the same and the same and the same. But through repetition, you get to understand it better. So 2p3 plus 21p squared minus 6p divided by 6p. And then 2 divided by 6 is 2 over 6, which is the same as 1 over 3. And then p3 divided by p is p squared. And all that is positive. So we add a negative sign here, this 0. Oops. 21 divided by 6 is 21 over 6. But now 21 over 6, you can simplify it. You can say 21 divided by 3 is 7. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So this is the same as 7 over 2. So this is going to be 7 over 2. And it is positive. And then p squared divided by p is just p. So here, and then with this is a negative 6p. Now, negative 6p minus 6p divided by 6p. Negative 6 divided by 6 is just negative 1. And then p divided by p is just 1, so it doesn't change anything. So here we put it with the opposite sign. This answer. So 1 over 3 p squared plus 7 over 2p minus 1, which is the same as the. Now 55. So we need to divide all that by 4m squared minus n squared. So let's look at it. So we have 24m 4 and 2. Man, this is actually more complicated. It could be the last one we do today. I think that if I might be able to finish. Let me see what I can do. So on all that, that is divided by negative m squared n squared. Now, 24 divided by negative 4 is the same as negative 6. M4 divided by M2 is M at the 4 minus 2, which is M2. Then N2 divided by N2 just doesn't exist. Now here, so we so 6 negative 6 and negative 4 24 M2 N2 N2, and then we use 1 times N2 N2. So then we put the opposite sign here. It becomes 0. Here we take the negative m squared and 8. Now how we go is say a and negative 8 and negative 8 divided by negative 4 is 2, positive 2. M squared by n squared is just 1, so it doesn't matter. Then na divided by n2 is n 6. So a minus 2 is 6. So we say 2 times negative 4, negative a, and 1 times m2, so m2, 6, and 6, and 2, and a. And we put the opposite sign here, so this also becomes 0. And then we have here the negative m, n. Now, what I want you to understand here is that this, let me first see the options. No, they do it. Like when we're doing it later, I wouldn't do it, but they do it here, so whatever. Now we say 10, negative 10 divided by negative 4, it is positive 10 over 4, but 10 over 4 can be simplified. We said divided by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So this is the same as 5 over 2. M divided by m squared is like m over m squared. We can take away one of the m of each one. So this can get to 1, and you can take the exponent here. So this is same as 1 over m, and then the same for n. So n over n squared is same as 1 over n. And when we multiply that, we say 5 over 2. 5 times negative 5 times negative 4 is negative 20 over 2 negative 10. 1 over m times m squared is just m. 1 over n times n squared is just n. When we put the opposite sign, this is 0. Now right here, our answer then must be negative 6m squared plus 2n6 plus 5 times 1 is 5, and 2mn over 2mn. Now it's 56, and we want the quotient, so it's just the answer. So let's see. We have this an easier one, if I'm not mistaken. n plus 4 divided by 4n. So a divided by 4 is 2, and 3 divided by n is n squared. So this is 8n cubed. We put the negative sign, this is 0. Now n divided by 4, like 1, we do not have a number here, so 1 divided by 4 is just 1 over 4, and it is positive, so 1 over 4. And then n divided by n, it is nothing. Like n divided by n is 1, so it doesn't matter. So here, like 1/4 over 4 is 1. And then 1 over n is just n. And we put negative signs, so 0. Then we have 4. So 4 divided by, this is, what is the quotient? So here, 4 divided by 4 is 1. And then 1 divided by n is 1 over n, which is weird because it's none of the options. Oh, bro. Literally, it's the same we have here. It's just in a different order. So here, 2n squared plus 1 over n, which is right here, 1 over 4. Okay, yeah. When you have an answer, maybe it's in the options. You are not just. It is just different in a different order, but it doesn't matter. Now we need to divide again. A fraction is usual division. If we say 10 over 2 is the same as saying this is equal as 10 divided by 2, which they are all equal to 5, like for example. So here we have a fraction, so it is just a division. I would say 2h squared j minus 5h squared j squared plus 4h3, and then we divide by 2h squared j. Now 2 divided by 2 is 1, h squared divided by h squared is 1, j divided by j is 1, so here is 1. So I will put the negative, so this is 0, and then we have negative 5h2 plus j. Oh, plus no, 5h2j squared. Sorry about that. Then negative 5 divided by 2 is negative 5 over 2. H squared divided by h squared is just 1, and then j squared divided by j is j. So here the same, but we put the opposite sign. So this is 0. And then 4 divided by 2 is 2. H3 divided by H2 is H. And then 1, because we do not have a J here, so it's just 1 divided by J is 1 over J. So we can write this as 2H over J. So again, also now you can think this right here is, it doesn't have any sense, but you'll see why it's important later. When we start working with not only one variable here, with multiple variables. And yeah, basically it. And this is the answer. So it is 2. Okay, you see here? 2h over j. You see it here and here. So plus 1, and then minus 5j over 2, which is b. In a different order, but it's the same. No, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start. Maybe do one more since it has been a really long session. So I'm gonna do one more, and we'll finish. I'll continue, and I'll finish this topic next week and start a new one at the same time. Since we're only missing one unit, and we're done for the exam. So we are. So 3t4 minus 10t3 plus t squared minus 20, all that divided by 10t squared. So 30 divided by 10 is 3, t4 divided by t2 is t2. Yeah, this is just repetition. As long as we're divided by only one thing, which okay, this is when you start like complicated one. Here, when you start to understand why I did that. It's fine. So this just keep repeating the process, and this part is not going to be important until the two last ones. So then negative 10 divided by 10 is negative 1, so we put the negative. T3 divided by T2 is just T. So here, and then we put the opposite here, so 0. And then T2 divided 1 divided by 10 is 1 over 10. And then t2 divided by t2 is just 1, so it doesn't matter. So here we have the t2, and then minus t2, so 0. And then minus 20. Minus 20 divided by 10 is minus 2. And then 1 divided by t squared is just 1 over t squared. So minus 2 over t squared. Here we have. And our answer must be, here we have the minus 2 minus t squared. And this is the only one who has it. So yeah, that's it. Literally. But we have the exact same thing in our calculation either way. So yes, that's all for today. I will finish this. Oh, also remember, I put the different rules here, but that was for last week. But I will finish this next week, and we'll start on last unit before the exam, so you guys are ready. See you.